Hi guys, I hope you guys are having a peaceful day today. A majority of my questions normally have to do with loneliness or shame, so I thought this video would be helpful for anyone that is struggling with negative associations. So negative associations are obviously based on past experiences that you are carrying on into your present life. However, what I think that a lot of people forget is that experiences and needs are all based on if they're getting met or not. So if someone has a negative experience or negative association with a subject, so let's say for example someone has a negative association with food. They don't like the taste of it, the texture of it, they don't like to eat, they aren't motivated to eat. That usually is a sign of less to do with the food and more to do with a more predominant need not being met. So instead of focusing on trying to like food, obviously if the person doesn't like food, then there is an underlying issue being involved. So instead of focusing on the food or a particular subject, I would like you to ask yourself, one, where you learned this negative association, and what need did you need back then that you were not able to be given. So if someone has a negative association with a particular subject, it usually means that some type of fundamental needs such as understanding, safety, love, empathy, unconditional space for this person was not met. So therefore, the person will have a negative connotation with this subject. Now, anything can have a negative association. That's why the way that we think is completely subjective. So a lot of people experience exposure therapy as very helpful. Some, however, do not. And this, in my opinion, is because a fundamental need is not being particularly met. So this will often have to do with a lot of people that don't get their needs met, which just doesn't have to do with food and water. It also has to do with feeling safe, feeling understood, some form of a connection or value. So let's say, for example, someone has a negative association with, I'm trying to think of something. Let's say butterflies, right? I had a person say they have a negative association with butterflies. This person obviously had a bad experience with butterflies, and this person had exposure therapy and it didn't work. So obviously this person doesn't feel safe enough to either make their own decisions, feel safe enough to have their own feelings. So it's very helpful to ask yourself what the needed to be met within this particular subject, or what they associate butterflies with, and also being able to identify what they don't want. So maybe for this person, this butterflies associate with a parental figure that really likes butterflies, and they didn't hold space for this particular person. So they associate butterflies with actually this parental figure. So therefore they associate butterflies with not getting their needs met. So one, identify what the needs are, such as understanding, love, connection, and then identify what you don't want. So this will often include having coming into more of a positive association with a subject, such as food or butterflies. So food, for example, could mean possibly that a person is not able to pick out what the type of food that they want, so it makes them not want to eat. So the underlying issues of not liking food could possibly mean that they feel like they don't have a choice. So choice is more important than the actual food intake. So what I want, instead of being forced to eat or having to eat, what is more important to me than actually food, or more of a value other than food? Choice, free will, having the ability to express my opinion, having holding space for myself to be able to maybe pick the type of food that I want instead of having to eat just because I have to. These all really are questions that are very helpful in involving integrating negative associations so that you won't have to carry past experiences into your current life. So thank you guys so much, and if you guys have any questions or would like to reach out, I will leave my email in the description box below. I hope you have a wonderful and beautiful day. Bye.